I'm here again with Dan Russell, and that last one was too easy. Shortest U.S. president, we found it in like 2 seconds.
That's right.
So give me something harder.
Okay, let's try a more difficult question where you're comparing, say, the population growth of two countries.
Okay.
So let's look at, for example, the population growth over the past 5 years of India versus the United States.
India versus, so you want me to answer, I guess, you just find out how they grow or compare.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Okay.
which has had the highest rate of growth over the past 5 years?
Okay. I would guess it's India, but we'll
We'll
see
find out.
by how much. Population growth. I would write U.S. versus India.
Okay, that's a reasonable search.
All right. U.S. versus if future fertility and immigration may play major roles in the nation's growth. Let's see.
Now look at that. As we were talking about last time,
Yeah.
that's what? That's Scribed.
Scribed.
Would you believe a result from Scribed or not?
I don't know. I'm actually not so web savvy
Okay.
to even.
Okay.
Should it Scribed like a well-known site?
It's a pretty well-known site. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, so maybe it is. Or is it
let's
like a
check it out.
crowdsourced type of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is some kind of like presentation by someone.
That's what Scribe does. Yeah.
Oh, they allow you to put your presentation on. Oh,
Exactly,
that's useful.
exactly.
India's estimated population will be 1.2 billion by 2010. India became the second country in the world after China crossed 1 billion. The sex ratio, number of females per 1,000 males, population was 933.
Okay.
2.4. Okay. All right. 2 other categories.
Okay,
All
you can
right.
look here now
Yeah,
for quite a while.
I
We need
feel like
something
I'm
more
hitting-
dense.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm hitting a. I mean, it might be in here someplace, but this doesn't seem like
So it's an important point for doing these kinds of searches
Yeah,
is
to be
that
able to-
you don't want to get stuck in a rat hole.
Yeah.
You want to be able to sort of, someone's collected this information.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
need to find it.
effects of growing populations, comparing population growth. That looks good.
That looks great.
And it's by a site visualizing economics, and this.
Sounds like what you want.
It looks like a legitimate site. I don't know, and she even has a legitimate name. Catherine Mulbrandon sounds very
Sounds professional
authoritative.
to me,
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Let's
Okay.
see. So this looks pretty good. Wait, let me see. Let me get rid of this little thing that's popping up. Okay, so what is this? It's population growth over the last 500 years. Okay, so this might not be as granular as we're hoping.
Okay, it's an interesting point. I mean,
Yeah.
now you need not just the information, but the
Yeah.
kind of information you're looking
Yeah.
for.
So over 500 years, this does, and this is actually just giving the absolute numbers. So we're really concerned more as almost the slope of this line.
That's right.
More
That's
than
right.
the percentage
And you
slope.
can kind of eyeball it and see that U.S. is growing a little slower
Has
than
a
India,
lower
but it'd be nice to have the resolution to actually tell.
Right, and actually percentage, because percentage is slightly different than slope. So it's
That's right.
it's and this is actually only until 2000.
Right.
This is only until 2000. So I mean, the simple answer, we're getting hints that it probably is what we thought it
Right.
was, that India's
That's right.
growing faster. But
So at this point, I'd go back and
Yeah.
try another result.
yeah, let's see, extra growth, China versus India. So maybe I could just do them separately.
Okay.
So population.
That's actually an excellent idea, because sometimes it's easier to find a single piece of data
Yeah.
and then collect that and then compare
Right.
it with the other single piece of data.
Yeah, it would have been awesome if someone happened to write like a
Right.
treatise on the population growth of.
And we have a Wikipedia article about the demographics of India. That sounds like it's going to give you the answer.
Let's see. Don't help me too much. Okay, so India's estimated 1.41% growth rate in 2009.
That's right.
All right, so maybe we can at least maybe the U.S. one will have the same.
Okay.
Maybe I'll look up demographics of. So it's kind of a search within Wikipedia.
That's right.
Let's really mix it up.
That's a good point. Wikipedia has its own search, so you never have to leave Wikipedia. There are reasons why you sometimes want to do that.
The United States. I should have written demographics, but maybe they're smart.
Let's see what it does.
Demographics of the United States.
Got what you wanted.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. But it's not the same identical article, so they didn't write. Okay, so I'll just remember that. It was 1.4% for, and now, in fairness of being search agnostic, I was doing a little bit of Bing. Let me do a little bit of Google now.
Let's try that.
All right, so let me think, okay, so U.S. population growth, that's at 1.4 in 2000.
So I wanted to point out one thing real quick. Back up just a little bit.
Okay.
In your query, go all the way back to population. Keep going,
Okay.
keep going, keep going. Okay, now stop.
Uh-huh.
You see the graph right there at the very top?
Yes.
Population United States? Click on that. And what you should end up is in the Google Public Data Explorer. And this is exactly the graph we were looking for the United States. If you look on the left-hand side, which you should always check because there's often useful things there, you might be able to change, for example, the U.S. here, this is within the United States.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet, since we've got this public data stuff, that you could compare India versus the U.S.
Okay, so this is all within the U.S. I mean,
Right.
if I click chart needs more information, population of the U.S. How do I navigate this? Is I go to
Click up there. Yeah.
public data?
Right.
Public data. Oh, this is neat. This is like the Hans Rosling type of.
Exactly. Exactly.
the
This
TED
is
Talk.
all
Very good.
lots of different kinds of collected data, and so what
Okay.
you want is something about world population.
World. So these are the sources.
That's the sources.
So the World Resources Institute sounds like someone who would have world.
That's what I would click on first.
World data.
Okay, but now we've got greenhouse gases and emissions.
No, that's
Now,
not.
one
Well,
thing-
metrics would be more useful. Metrics,
Mhm.
as opposed to where So let's see, OECD fact book?
Yeah, or World Economic Forum,
Okay.
or one of those things. Yeah.
Oh, but this isn't actually going to plot it for us.
Well, once we go inside the data, that's what it does. This is public data that's collected and allows you to visualize it
Okay.
with either the line graph like we saw before, or with like the Hans Rosling
Yeah.
bubble chart kind
Yeah.
of thing.
But this, for me, this seems. I kind of feel like going back to the searches.
Okay, let's go back to the
This
searches.
is kind of I feel like I could dig in there for a long time,
Right.
and the search seemed.
Or you
more.
could click right there on that search tab, and then it'll take
Oh,
you
yeah,
right back
yeah.
to Google.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if we go U.S. population growth by year, that looks pretty good, because then we could negative. So this is the NPG. What is the NPG? The NPG. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. But this is
Right.
good. Percent change,
Right.
and then this is by year. Oh, this only
That's
goes
right.
up to 1998. So I mean, it's probably not that different, but we could,
Mhm.
it's lower than India's, which was 1.4%
Right,
in 2009 estimated.
That's right.
But let's see if
Let's see if we can get
find-
something for.
So
more
let me look
recent.
up. Let me put 2009 there. 2009.
And you're at usnews.com.
I mean, that seems like a legitimate site. Estimate. Okay, so here you go. We have all the numbers we need to figure out. The
Right,
percentage population
right.
added since January 1, 2008, and then so this is what added over. I guess this is added over 2008.
Right. So you could do the math at this point.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, you might also try modifying the query and
Mhm.
add, for example, the word percentage.
Yes. So I don't have to do the math.
Right.
Percentage. Let's see. U.S. population growth is among the highest, and this is an interesting article.
Right.
So I can just search. Let me search within in
yeah,
that. So I'll
that's
do a
right.
Control F to
Correct.
search within there.
Uh-huh.
So what is it? Population growth. Okay. Since the vast majority the U.S. shows population increases of 0.91% for the 12-month periods ending July 2011. So that's pretty good. I mean, to answer your question, I think we're feeling pretty good.
We're doing
India
well.
is above
Yeah.
1%. The U.S. is below 1%.
By a lot. That's right.
So we're and as we know from compounding interest,
Exactly.
that's a huge
On a higher
difference
base.
over many
Right.
over 10 years. You take them to the 10th power, that becomes
That's
a much
right.
bigger absolute. Very good. Well, yeah, this was a little bit more challenging.
But I think we found the answer.
I want you to really stump me in the next video.
Okay, we'll do that.